Welcome, everyone, to the final night of DFC blinds in DFC Season 2. Next week, after these DFC blinds, we will have the championship. A winner of the ultimate Omen gaming laptop will be crowned. So without further ado, let's dive in to the final episode of DFC blinds in DFC Season 2. Here we go, round 1 of DFC Season 2, Episode 7, final round of blind matchups. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here we go. All right, I'm going up against Maty, who is on his Druid. I am definitely dead. It's a very bad matchup for me. Oh, we got some good hits in there, though. We got some good hits in there. Oh my god. Yeah, now he's staying on the outside. He is not wanting anything to do with these hams. Oh, man! Whew! It's like the inevitable. This is the inevitable. Maybe I can run him out of mana? Maybe? Oh my god. No! No! Oh shit. Maty takes round 1. Round 2. Oh man, he's getting really good. He's getting really good at predicting where I'm gonna be. Oh man! Caught him with one of those hams! Caught him with one of those hams! This is such an odd duel. Ooh. Oh shit. DQ. 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 I got DQ'd. I just welled. Easy win. He probably had that anyway. I think I was probably a hurricane away from death anyway. Round 3. After a vicious DQ. Fuck, dude. Good NATO. Okay, so now he's teleporting far out, so name locking is just out of the question. No! I had such a nice lock, but I got stunned by that NATO. No! GG. GG. 3-0. KO finish from Maty. Did we expect anything else? Good duels, man. That was awesome. All right, so this is Maty's gear. He has got himself a perfect Hodo. One of the most GG Druid amulets you could possibly ask for. He says he went 0 DR full damage. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, those smites seem to hurt him pretty badly when I actually did land them. But he's very, very hard to hit. So, yeah, perfect up to Mage Fists. Oh, look at this helm, dude. Enigma of Duress. Beautiful, dude. I love the fact that it's not perfect. Perfect is overrated, man. That's pretty dope. Enigma of Duress. Very nice caster ring there with Strength, Life, and All Res. Jesus, that's really nice. A Bolcathos, Spirit of Phoenix, and Alder's Advance. GG. And in case anybody was curious with my gear, I have Grief of Destruction on this guy. For the Druid setup, I switched this guy up a little bit. Against Druids and Zons, they are by far my hardest matchup. With with this guy right here, Rick Grimes, the Vanquisher. So I go DR, as much damage reduction as I possibly can. I have 2 IAS jewels in this. I believe they're 15. What do I have? I have a 15. Yeah, 2 1530s. They're both light res because I also use this against FOH. It just helps bump up that, bump up that light res. Also, the DR helps with if someone has a nasty FOH and they're a VT. This is a very good helm against a VT, but also happens to be good against Druid Zon as well. But the IAS is for Smite. Helps me hit that breakpoint with literally one item. Between the IAS on Grief and the helm, I actually hit the max breakpoint with whatever aura that I'm using. We have a 220 amulet. We have Spirit of Phoenix, Enigma, Trangles, Bolcathos. I also went with Cannot Be Frozen. Sometimes you don't want to, if your whole game plan is Smite, you don't want to be frozen. You don't want to get frozen by that Hurricane versus a Druid. Verdungos, Alder's Boots, and, the typical inventory you'd expect. We get a pre-patch Pally Torch. Perfect pre-patch Pally Torch for those smites. Proc that Firestorm. And the best Annie I have, 19-19-10. And here we go, round 1. This is nycMaxim, the vicious hybrid sin. He is a Kicksin. Look at him getting a nice chain lock going here on Priest already. And NYC is going up against TFC Priest tonight. Probably one of the best Zons in the game that I've ever seen. Look at him. Priest has got some early damage in on nycMaxim. Look at this chain of guided arrows chasing Max down. He wisely teleports out. The whole freaking map, and you guys fight around 3 shrines. Yep, don't pull a Coooley and end up DQing yourself. Oh, big hits there from Priest. So I see that Max is going with a shield here. I'm assuming that's SS. We've seen that in some other matchups of his, and that's for that Max block. Oh, nice jabs there. He's going to go toe-to-toe with a kicker, and it looks like he came out better on the exchange there. Nice weapon swapping to escape this Mind Blast lock from Priest. Is NYC going to follow up here? Oh, and he pushes Priest right up against the wall. They are going at it. Priest taking a lot of damage here. This is very close, back and forth. nycMaxim has done a great job at avoiding a lot of damage here towards the end. He got cut down really low very quickly. Oh, and here it is. Priest trying to come in and finish, but the Mind Blast from Maxim takes round 1. GG. Here we go, round 2. Priest versus Max. So Max is using Flesh Ripper, and if I remember correctly, I don't remember off the top of my head, it's such a rare item. It's an item you don't see every day. I think it does more open wounds. It has, if I'm thinking of the right thing, it has just about everything you would want on it. Like open wounds. Oh, he's using Chaos now. Okay, yeah, actually that makes sense. Yeah, he was using Whirlwind, so he's not using Flesh Ripper against TFC. That was on the, he was telling me, though, that against most Zons, he will use that. But it looks like he's opted for Whirlwind here against TFC Priest. Might be a better call. Because when Priest is running away like that, a very clutch Whirlwind can really come in handy. Oh, man, big hits there from Max. He does catch a Poison Javelin, though, which is really working that life total down. Look at that. You can tell Max, it doesn't look like he has a lot of poison res. That poison is doing some work. TFC Priest, though, in a lot of trouble. He's throwing those jabs, also letting the poison do its work. Oh, and there it is. Priest takes it. I thought for sure Max was going to take that round. Wow, that was close. Both players are ready, so let's start round 3. All right, so I don't think we're going to see Max engage in an exchange like that again, close range, especially after he's been poisoned. He caught a nasty poison jab there very, very early. And that really paid some dividends throughout that duel. Even though it was short, the poison damage from that jab, man, it can act quickly. And Sins typically struggle with poison res. It's, you know, it's the res that no one typically worries about. But it's the one that will really come back and bite you on a Sin if someone really has some points invested, and Priest definitely does. Yeah, we can definitely do that, Shirley. I'll make a poll after this. Oh, some good long-range shots there from Priest. He had it looks like he still might have a very good lock. Still might have a very good lock. Oh, and there it is, another good hit, but some very consistent damage here from Max. You got a nice Whirlwind in there. It's hard to tell if he got if he landed it, but if he did, there's a very good chance it's going to cut Priest open. And those open wounds, that is not what you want to have. You know, just got to working your life total down in a grindy duel like this. Max just sort of collecting his wits here, recasting the Shadow Master, going in. Oh man, close quarters combat. Both players taking damage. Max gets the name lock on Priest. Priest breaks it. Priest going with the strafe. Screen's a little choppy here. I might follow these fighters around for the next duel here so we don't run into that. Nice name lock from Max. That's a good point too, Joby and Matt. Very good point. He's so close now, though. Is he going to try to finish without bow? Oh, big hit from Priest. This could be over, though. Max takes it. He was close enough with that Mind Blast. He did not need to rebow. Here we go, round 4. Both fighters are ready. I'm going to go try to find Priest wherever he's at. He is up here. Nice weapon swapping. Look at this. And Max goes in for the stomp. I really like that, though. Priest has this poison cloud, and he almost just instinctively knows when to throw it. Just instinctively knows. Both players going at it. Priest trying to approach there. Very good evasiveness here from Priest. Oh, big hits, it sounds like there from Priest. Oh, wow, Max is in trouble. And there it is. Max says, bad call. Bad call with that close range combat. Now, I'm surprised, I will say. I'm surprised that Priest is choosing to go into the close range with a kicker like that. And he's actually not coming out on the wrong end of it a lot of times. For the marbles. Are both players ready? We got Priest ready. Max is ready. Let's go. Whoops. I just hit pre-soak. Priest staying out of the way of a lot of damage. Oh, and Max might be in trouble. It's hard to see his life total, but he might be in a lot of trouble. We see him poisoned. Priest is at a very healthy life total. Oh, there it is! Priest takes it. Wow. Oh, look at this. Nice boots, dude. Poison length reduced on that, too. Very good against the kicker with some pretty heavy venom damage. More PLR. Nah, it looks like he didn't have a helm like that, though. No, he was just using the 4015 strength helm with PLR. Just a lot of PLR. Oh, no, it was the Ami. It was the Ami. Okay. Ami had damage reduced by. Good call. I like that, man. I mean, it's very... That's how you adapt, right? Like, that's... This is a man who is prepared for any battle right here. Like, that's nuts. Clutch call. So what this Ami does right here is it reduces the damage from Mind Blast. And it forces Max to get in close and kick, and that's exactly what Priest wants, because he is apparently not afraid of kick. He just goes toe-to-toe with jab, and it kind of forces that. And this was insane. Good call on that Ami. Also, the Nature's Peace really helps with it, too. Yeah, that's really good. I really like that. Clutch call on that setup. GG. The most beautiful helm we've ever seen. The most beautiful helm we've ever seen. This thing is gorgeous. Very nice Ami. Oh, and he really stacked up. Remember we were talking about the poison res. He did have a setup in his stash by the looks with these charms to counteract that poison. This is also a guy that's very ready right here. He understands some of the weaknesses that the build has. He's ready for it. Look at these charms. Very clutch call. Yeah, and he went with the chaos there. 75 poison res on BOS. Wow. That's good. Yeah, the IDR gear was very... It's a clutch play. Here we go, round one. Terry versus Hippo. Big question here is going to be, is Terry max block? Oh, man, big hits there from Terry early. He is coming in close, but he's quickly going away. His behavior so far, it's hard to tell if he's max block. Good dodge in there. Very good dodging from Hippo. This Zon hits like a truck, man. Very, very versatile. It's a similar build to Priest. He can do a lot with it. Not only does he have the poison jab, he's got a very nasty arrow, very nasty lightning fury, or lightning bolt, whichever one he's using there. it just, you know, can attack you on a lot of different levels. He's got that strafe ready. Oh, man, big hits. Big hits from Terry. Hippo's in a lot of trouble. Now he's going with the teeth. You see Terry trying to finish with teeth here. And there it is. GG. Terry gets round 1. And here we go, round 2. All right, so he is max block. Yeah, it was difficult to tell. He was kind of taking the best of both there. Like, so he is max block, but he was playing as though he's not max block. Keeping that distance and going back in with as many pets as he can summon. The Clay Golem, the Oak Sage. Just really trying to go in and get these stomps with full pets and max block. This is going to be a tough matchup here for Hippo. Very, very tough matchup. Terry got a nice chain lock going on. Oh, and he got hit by that golem too, so his IAS is way down right now. Oh man, this could be it. Nice strafe there and a good survival by Hippo. I did not expect him to get out of that. Nice weapon swapping here, trying to confuse Terry. Oh, and those teeth finished the job. GG. Both players are ready. Let's go into round 3 here. Is Hippo going to change up his style here? Looks like he's really shooting. He does not want Terry to get in close with that golem. Really trying to fend him off with that multi-shot. So that is a slight switch in his strategy there. He's really going multi-shot. Oh, man. Big hits there from Vaser, a.k.a. Terry. He's very good at going in. Pets ablazing and just ready. Yeah, and he's at a very healthy life total. Definitely looks like he's got the max block going, and he is going to be a challenge, man. This is going to be an uphill battle here for Hippo. And he just got clocked by that golem. Golem blocks some shots for Terry, and it is all over. Looks like Hippo is showing off some of his gear here. He has a very nice Faith Shadow Bow. I like that for the IAS. Sort of an overlooked bow there. Everybody wants the matte bows or the Grand Matron bows. I really like Faith Shadow Bow. Fort of Chains. Very nice. And once this graininess cuts out here, we are looking at a very nice Zon Helm. 230 with 240 15s in it. 14 strength, 31 life, 68 mana. Jesus Christ, nice helm, man. War Travelers. 6 stat ring with 43 life. Jesus. GG. Perfect in all the right ways, Verdungos. Perfect Raven. Oh, look at these Jav gloves, too. 220 knockback, 15 dex. Very nice. Ah, good call on that jewel and that shield, man. That's really nice. High damaged winged harpoons here. Those are beautiful, too. E-Rep harpoons with 415% enhanced damage. So let's jump into it, man. These guys want to go at it, so we're going to let them do it. So we've got Joby on his Fire Sorc, and he is just getting the chain locking down early, going up against SureImSure on his vicious Amazon. You see, Joby here does not want to give any space to SureImSure. SureImSure doing a great job of weapon swapping, desyncing. He's actually getting some nice damage in here, too. I wouldn't be surprised if in this matchup we see SureImSure throw some Plague Javelins. It would not surprise me. And we see Joby just kind of stepping back. He's got life tap on him here. So now he's keeping the distance. So this is an opportunity for SureImSure to start using that multi-shot, start tagging Joby from a distance. Very interesting duel. Joby doesn't want anything to do with that. He's like, I'm tapped. I'm staying away. I'll stay on the outside. It's up to you to hit me now. And so now that life tap is off, and I think we're going to see more of Joby's chain locking right here and some nice stomps. But you see, SureImSure is doing a good job of weapon swapping and desyncing, so it makes it really hard to do these stomps. Because by the time you actually stomp down on top of them, they're already somewhere else. This duel is very close, though. Look at this. Both players at about 25% health, I would say, just about. Oh, and a nice life tap again from SureImSure. Joby wanting none of it. There he is, staying within range. I like this. He's not playing too defensive. He's just staying in the range, and he's like, you got to hit me now. You want that life tap? You got to hit me. Oh, big hit there, though, from SureImSure. This duel is so close. This could go either way. SureImSure's got to mount this offense. You see him weapon swapping and shooting a guided arrow, and there it is! SureImSure gets it! Holy! Round 2. You can really see how much dodge, avoid, and evade pay off with an Amazon. Like, look at how many times Joby has actually nailed SureImSure with a telestomp or a chain lock, and it's just done no damage because of that dodge or avoid. Oh, man. But he sure makes up for it here. The thing with dodge, evade, or avoid is it's all a chance. It's all a % chance. So you very well could, you know, it could fail you just as much as it helps you. But this duel is no different. Look at these guys back and forth. Very similar life totals here. Pressure is on. This is nuts. I should have brought some popcorn. This is absolute fireworks in so many ways. Both players very close to death. SureImSure needs to keep that pressure, keep those arrows flying. Oh, and there it is. Joby gets it with a very nice stomp. Here we go, round 3. Joby instigating with that chain lock. Instigating. Just trying to get up close. Look at this. I love the fact that this is so back and forth with damage. It's like this duel is going to favor the person who doesn't misclick. Like, it's so fast-paced. Official word from Priest. Jav is the best, followed up by guided. So you throw a jab first and follow it up with guided. Okay. That is it. We got the expert opinion there. That would be difficult for me to do. That's a lot of thinking in a very split second that we have for this. By the way, people think SureImSure is going to win this battle. That is the official opinion of the chat. SureImSure will win. Looks like he's off to a good start here in round 3. He's got Joby down ever so slightly more than him, but this duel could turn the corner so quickly. All it takes is a couple of, just a couple of chances that dodge, avoid, evade doesn't fire, and you just catch a fireball. But this is quickly falling out of favor for Joby here. Can he come back at 179 life and draining? He's at 1 life. Joby's at 1 life. Can SureImSure finish, or can Joby make the comeback of the century? I guess that's out of the question. Comeback of the century is out of the question. SureImSure takes round 2. Both players are ready, so we're going to go into round 4. Currently, it is 2-1. SureImSure is up. Joby off to a decent start with damage, but quickly, SureImSure returns the favor and starts getting in some hits. This is wow. If you just think about all of the things that have to be going on here at once on the side of both players here, right? Like, Not only does Joby have to do these flawless chain locks, like he can't miss. If he misses a chain lock, he just leaves himself wide open. You know what I mean? So he needs to keep the pressure on there. But also, SureImSure has to not only weapon swap to try to confuse Joby, to try to, you know, desync himself. Not only does he have to constantly weapon swap, but he has to constantly mount an offense with, you know, Lightning Fury and with guided arrows. Like, it's a constant barrage. And there it is. It is all over. And Joby showing off his gear. He's got a Hodo of Voice of Reason. Some, oh wow, look at that Ami, beautiful. Shadow Dancers for that Dex and max block. I think this is the build right here where Joby actually didn't put any points into dexterity, and I think he has 70% block with literally putting no points into dexterity. It's very impressive. Yeah, look at that ring, jeez. That ring is serious. B Mana Charms. Ooh, and a pre-buff stick for Energy Shield, beautiful. That's some good gear, man. All right, so SureImSure's gear, the winner of the duel. What is he rocking? He's rocking some very high damage matriarchal javelins here with 30 IAS, E-rep. Yeah, those are pretty nice. His legendary 40 chains, a very, oh my gosh, I can't get over this helm, dude. That's so good. 10% open wounds belt. Yeah, that's for those ES Sorcs, man. Open wounds really pays off. Using the Dracul's Grasp for that chance of life tap. I do like that. And a sword back hold. Perfect sword back hold with a 15 IAS, 15 all res jewel in it. Some Inferno Strides. A couple of Ravens. And a Faith of Ice Diamond Bow. And here we go, round one. Dio versus Duke. I'm going to follow these guys around. And just as I've expected here, we do see Dio on a Druid, and we see Duke on his legendary Hammered In, and it does look like he's using Grief. He appears to be strength bugged here, so you can't exactly see what weapon he's using. But I think he is using Grief. You see him smiting in place there, trying to catch Dio coming in. Dio is very hard, though. When he knows you're on that strategy, he stays on the outside. Duke doing a good job of avoiding some tornadoes there. Oh, big stomp there from Dio. And round one is over. Dio takes it. And here we go, round two. Dio coming in strong, keeping the pressure on, very close range. You see him sort of staying on the outside, throwing nados. He's not stomping Duke. He'll only stomp if he really thinks Duke isn't ready. But he knows that Duke is on that plan now. He's on that smite in place plan. So he's really picking his shots. Oh, and there it is. Duke goes in for the charge, but gets clocked by a nado. I think that was a good call on Duke's part, trying to get in with that charge. But Dio is ready. That's the perk to sort of teleporting on the outside of a din like that. You know what I mean? Just staying on the outside and not telly-stomping. If they're ready and they're smiting in place or they're ready with charge, if you stay on the outside and throw nados inward, it kind of punishes a paladin for trying to charge at you when they notice that that's your strategy. It's very tough to deal with, that's for sure. Round three, here we go. Duke spinning those hams. Dio staying on the outside, trying to get those nados flying in at Duke. Dio hasn't been touched yet. Duke is, I think this is a pretty good strategy. He's spinning hammers, trying to stay in that hammer field and smite in place. I mean, it's a good strategy against a Druid. You can see he's done a good job of avoiding a lot of damage so far. But all of those pets from Dio make it really hard to get any hammer hits in there. And what he's doing is just the in and out approach. He goes in with a big hit with all of his pets, and then quickly teleports out, recasts the pets, and does it all over. Looks like Duke did switch to Hodo, though. So that makes him a little more weak to stomps. Oh, and there it is. Dio takes it. And what was Dio rocking here? Dio was rocking the good old 40 Hodo Enigma, perfect Enigma Mage Plate. He's got the 320 helm. This is an interesting choice. He's got a 320 helm, 2 open sockets with 40% faster hit recovery. You don't see those much. I really like that, man. He's got the 25ers in his inventory. Mage Fist, Spirit of Phoenix. Insane rings. Look at this ring. Plague Hold. Jesus. Oh my god. Look at this. There's no need of this. Pre-patch, a perfect pre-patch Druid Torch. There's no need of that. That is pure stunting. That is nasty. Pre-patch, perfect Druid Torch. G, F, and G. Perfect Annihilus. Beautiful Grim Talisman Amulet. 220-2020. It's a 220-2020 amulet. This is so good. So good. I'm docking you for points on no 20 mana, though. And here we go, round 1. All right, so this is going to be an interesting duel. Punch is very good. We're seeing Punch on an odd build here. Usually, we're used to seeing Punch on a Barbarian or a Necro. But he has chosen an Amazon for this matchup. And Lilith BL, aka Doom, just going in, just the hit and run, dude. Oh, and look at this. Punch is teleporting. Is he a CS Zon? Is he a CS Zon? He's trying to get that nice lock going. Oh man, so just in case, it looks like Doom is doing some very nice CT telling out of the way and trying to leave some blizzards there to try to catch Punch coming in. That was a very nicely aimed blizzard right there. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. I think he's a CS Zon, and he's just waiting for that golden opportunity to get on top of Doom and do some serious damage. But it looks like Doom might have just blocked something right there. Was that a very nicely thrown jab from Punch? Or was it an arrow? Oh, it is an arrow. He's a Hybrid Zon. Oh, man, he's got a nice chain, but Doom breaks it. Yeah, I think he's you know, for lack of a better word, you know, really respecting the punching power of Punch. He's extremely good at chain locks. He is, once he gets you in his sights, man, it's usually game over. He's so good at chains. He's so good at following you. He's definitely on a different build, though. And we also see Punch respecting the power of that Blizzard. Like, that Blizzard can be KO if it comes down on you, especially with a Zon. Because not only do Zons have terrible FCR frames, but they typically struggle with resistance, too. You really have to ramp up your resist. So he's kind of relying on that dodge, avoid, evade. Nice shots there from Punch, predicting where Doom was going to be. Still at full health and mana, yeah. Just extremely, it's a very tanky Sorc. Oh! What? What? The patience of Punch! The patience of Punch! What? That's what we were just saying. Like, when Punch gets you in his sights, man, it's game over. It is game over. And that was exactly what he had there. He was patient. He knew, much like what Cows was saying, he knew. He's like, this could be a long, grindy duel. I need to be patient and pick my shots. And we saw it right there. It's over. Boom. In a snap. Here we go. Round 2. It looks like Doombringer made some edits in his stash. He switched away from max block, which is very interesting. Because as we saw, Punch does have a bow. He does have a bow. So that could, you know, that not only, I see his point. He's doing it because CS doesn't care about your block. And the only thing you're doing is just cutting down your FHR frames. But, oh, good hit there from Punch. Goes straight to the mana on Doombringer. Ripped his mana away. He's going to spend some mana pots getting that back. Yeah, 100% Max. I think you're right. It's not as big of a threat as that close range CS is. Because you know, if Punch has made a CS Zon, he's really committed a lot of skill points to, you know, not only the CS but all of its synergies. And you need to be a very, very high level Zon to max CS and all of its synergies. Oh my god, another big hit there from Punch. And because of ES, it's not really draining Doom's health total too much, but it's really doing a number on his mana. And over the course of the duel, Punch knows this could be a grindy duel. Over the course of the duel, he's going to run through his mana pots. And when he's out of mana, he's out of life. That's, you know, I think that's clutch. Punch is really picking his shots. Punch being patient, looking for that opening. But Doom doing a really good job of setting up these blizzards, man. Big hits from Punch, and it is all over. Patience is greater than all. Wow. And here we go, round 3. Now Doom has had some time to feel out the style of Punch. To feel out Punch's style here and to see what he needs to do to adapt. He did revisit his stash again before the 3rd round, made some changes, which is good. I can definitely appreciate when players do that in the DFC and they go and they revisit their game plan, their items, their whole strategy. I think that's good in between duels. You know, take all the time you need. It also may suggest he's very confused as to what to do. You know, he doesn't have what I call an autopilot game plan against this, right? Like usually, like, you know, you'll see, oh, I'm going up against a Zon or a Druid. You just kind of autopilot, go to the items that you know are good. Punch's dueling style here is odd. It's different. And he's a player that adapts very quickly to what's going on. So that's one of the best elements of surprise that you can still have in D2. On some nice chain locking going on there from Punch. And you see that too. That's what I call the safety blizz, is when you know that someone's chain locking you, you know that they might follow you, so you start blizzing right on top of your character. Good move there from Doom. Oh, a big hit. That could have hit right there. We don't know. It's hard to tell. And when you're playing a Cold Sorceress, you can't get too tied up in the amount of damage that you've done to your opponent. Like, you can't be like forever chasing them around looking at their life total. You kind of just have to trust and believe in your aim. And there's no better player for that than Doom. I vote allow mana pots versus Sorcs. And there it is. Lilith BL takes a round. Wow, GG. Round 4 between Doombringer and Punch. We are seeing the ultimate form of Doombringer here. He's made a lot of adjustments between duels. And that is a sign of a very experienced player on their build. Is, you know, when they do lose, they try to learn from it. Oh, nice chain there from Punch early. Doombringer narrowly escapes. Is it just me, or is Punch running a lot faster? Okay, so I'm seeing that he's definitely getting more aggro, much like he was in round 3. But I think he wants to be careful doing that because, oh man, big chain from Punch. Big chain, and Doom is in a lot of trouble. Life total and mana ripped away. Wow, Doom just escaped that. That was insane. Wow. So I think we have noticed something about Punch here, is that when his life total is a little higher like this, he tries to use it as a resource. He tries to use that life total as a resource and be a lot more aggressive in the first part of the duel. Whereas he does have that larger life pool, he tries to get in. And yeah, now you're seeing it. Like, he must still be at a pretty healthy life total because he's still being very aggressive. And as the duel goes on now, Doombringer still has a pretty healthy amount of mana. And that replenished life, I think, is going to pay off. Like, because he got put in trouble very, very early. So now if he can maintain, stay out of the way of damage, that life rep is going to pay off. Oh, big hit, though, from Punch. That'll undo all the life rep. Oh, big hit again. That's going to drain his mana and force him to use another mana pot. Maybe two. I don't think he would venture out and use two at this point. That's just too much of a risk. Very good placement of Ice Blast and Blizzard there from Doom. Nice placement. Oh, another big hit, and it is all over. The patience of Punch pulls through. Yeah, so it looks like he went as much life as he possibly could get. He gave up on the max block, I would assume, unless that's a J-mod. Unless he switched to the J-mod. Wish I had instead of Jaws there. Yeah, that would have paid off. Armageddon Fletch. Yeah, he did go with the Spirit. Opted for faster hit recovery and cast rate. Makes sense. Big mana boost, too. Yeah, but he switched up to some lightning res charms. 20 life, 11 light res. Very, very good. Yeah, sick life rep ring. GG. That was awesome. All right, so Punch was using... Oh, look at this. Plus 640 jabs. Wow. That's really good for CS damage. Yeah, and he's using the Griffin's Eye. Oh, look at this. Look at this piece of spice right here. He was shooting with a CTA bow. Punch was shooting with a CTA bow. How friggin' spicy is that? CTA bow for backup damage. I absolutely love that. Very efficient build. He's got the near perfect Griffin's Eye. Perfect in all the right ways. Perfect up to Gore Riders. A very nice IAS Storm Shield here with, it looks like a cold resist jewel in it. So 30 cold res and 15 IAS. Very good choice there. 2 jab skills, increased attack speed, knockback. Very nice. Perfect Ravens, 2 perfect Ravens. 18 cast Amazon amulet with mana. Ooh, very spicy. Some B mana charms. That's a good call too. That's a really good call too, especially for these grindy duels. And some 20 life, 11 cold res charms. I love this build. I was born ready, he says. All right, here we go. He's getting some Mad Saint going on early. Oh, he switched the... Oh! Oh! What's up? Those lucky damage rolls, baby. Those lucky damage rolls. All right, here we go. Round 2 after that lucky KO. Oh, now he's got EOP on. Now Joby switches to EOP. Okay. Oh, good hit. Ooh. Looks like he's trying to do some good sinking. Looks like he's trying to do some good sinking. Keep him guessing. Let's keep him guessing. Where is he at? He can't regenerate life now that he's got that hybrid on. Ooh. Oh, no! Oh, man. Round 3, here we go. We don't want any of that. We ain't trying to sink into those hammers. Okay, so he was way over there. All of his hammers are like over there in the map. Oh, no! Got caught with some vicious hammers. He might try to telestomp here. And if he does, I got a little trick. Because I'm going to be desynced and he's going to be desynced. So I got a little trick. We're going to see if it works. If we can find each other. We got a good hit in. We got a pretty good hit in there. We don't want nothing to do with that hammer field right there. We're kind of getting trapped in. Difficult to get in on Joby here. Difficult to get in. He's off regenerating his mana. That or laying some hammer fields. We really don't know. Where is he? Where is Joby? He could be down there, so we don't want to run into that hammer field. No! God damn it. God damn it. All right, let's do this. Round 4. Let's friggin' do it. That's right. You get out of here. You get out of here. You don't want nothing to do. Ooh. Okay, so he was just spinning hammers right in this general direction. You want to steer clear of that. I actually could prayer here too. Make no sense not to. If he wants to regen mana, I shall regen some life. trick worked! Oh! Woo! I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. I was trying to set that up there. I have recently discovered a glitch in the game with charge, and I figured out how to do it purposely. We had like 2 or 3 of us that were up at like 3 a.m. the other day. And I was like, dude, have you ever seen a charger do this? I was like, I've seen it happen randomly, but I have no idea how it actually works. Within like minutes, we found out exactly what to do to make that happen. Where like somebody telestomps you and they insta-die. Like, I just couldn't believe it worked there. That was insane. That was the trick up my sleeve. 5th and final round. And he wisely gets out of there. Okay, so he was spinning hammers down in that general direction. Now he's trying to cut me off. And we've regenerated from that small hammer hit. Feel pretty good about that. Feel pretty good about that. All right, we're going to stay close to these walls. Try to avoid these hammers. No! No! He wisely charges away. I thought he might go in for a telestomp there. But he wisely charged away, dragged me through that hammer field. Let's go, round 1. How will this turn out here? So it looks like Punch is on a Fire Sorc. Duke is on a Hammer Din. Punch keeping a very close eye on his ping there. Wants to know if he's lagging and if he should move around here because of where Duke's coming in. Oh, very nice. Duke tries to get in a little bit with a charge. I like that. Duke has a very interesting setup. He's rocking basically an Aladdin, which means, you know, he can throw hammers, he can charge, he can FOH. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. But the thing is, with a sorceress, they're so hard to catch. They can stay on the outside like this and really time. Look at this. Very nice shots there from Punch. He's doing a great job at predicting where Duke is trying to sink to. Get a nice name lock there. It looks like he was ready for a telestomp. Duke might be going in for a big hit with charge. Oh, and there it is. Punch takes round 1. Both players are ready. Round 2. Let's go. All right, so Punch did a really good job of predicting Duke's sink there in round 1. And I'm curious to see if Duke's going to change anything up. Looks like he caught a fireball. He's trying to get in there, trying to charge possibly. Trying to use that, the Divine Scepter. I'm sure he probably has a Divine Scepter that allows him a very nice charge damage as well. He's getting stomped there from Duke. And Duke, trying to go in for the charge, gets taken out by the fireball. GG. And here we go, round 3. Duke versus Punch. A little bit of lag going on in the stream here. It's all right, we're back at it now. Looks like Punch trying to find a good angle, trying to predict where Duke's going to be. Yeah, Duke is looking for that name lock. He's looking to actually get some charge damage in. He might be trying to set up a charge stun. Like, stun him with charge, either knock him back or something, and then try to get in a couple of hammers. I don't hate that strategy. It's very difficult. You know, sorceresses in general, very, very powerful in LLD. Very, very powerful. Some nice name locking here from Punch. Will Duke try the new trick that he learned? The long charge? Looks like he missed it there. That was a pretty good opportunity. Or I'm sorry, the up charge is what it's called. Oh, big hit from Duke. And that's what we're talking about. If you're gonna get in with that charge, you better really make it count. And it looks like he just did. That charge took a lot of damage. That did a number on Punch there. Very nicely done. That's actually really impressive for a Liberator. That was a really good hit. Duke trying to set up a hammer field, trying to bring Punch in. Oh, and there it is. Punch takes round 3. All right, so Punch was rocking the good old Spirit Crystal Sword. Very nice helm. Sick amulet. There it is, the Viscera. Cow King's Hooves. That's for the big dexterity boost there for max block. SOJ's Twitch Throw also for max block. That Twitch Throw at such a low level may actually allow him to... That may actually allow him to not stat many points into dexterity at all. And still achieve max block. Yeah, GG's, man. That was sick. Round 1. Let's get it on, man. Yeah, look at this. Root having that EOP. Teleporting in on Priest. But Priest is no stranger. Priest is no stranger to this matchup in HLD. He's got plenty of practice. He's trying to keep the distance. Trying to get rid of those pets. Oh, man, look at this. Root having a difficult time trying to get in here. Both players trying to feel each other out here in this first round. Trying to figure out the best angle of attack. You see Root doing some nice CT casting. Oh man, nice hits there from Priest, but he does take a NATO. Ah, okay, so I think I know what's going on here. So there is a glitch. There is a glitch with an LLD Druid. Oh man, big hits. Close quarters combat. Priest takes a couple of NATOs. So there is a glitch with a low-level dueling Druid where if you're wearing EOP and you switch your weapon, so if you switch and start regenerating mana with something such as, say, Insight, you have to reapply your EOP because you lose the ability to hotkey teleport. So when Root is teleporting away, oh, and he's taking some big hits. Priest is pulled ahead in this duel. But when you see Root teleport away like this, when you see him create this distance, not only is he recasting pets, I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing this with his Enigma and just picking it up and putting it right back down so that it gives him that teleport again. I've noticed that with my LLD Druid as well. If you're wearing EOP, then you lose that ability. Oh, and there it is! Priest takes it! And here we go, round 2. So picking up the Enigma actually reapplies it, SureImSure. So like, for whatever reason, if he like swapped items like this, right, he would, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why it happens. If you're wearing EOP on a level 30 druid, it just knocks off your ability to teleport. Like you'll just see like, you'll see this when you press the hotkey for teleport. Oh, big stomp there from Root, but it did not pay off. Looks like Priest stays out of the way of any damage. So when you reapply the Enigma, it resets that. Priest doing a good job of staying out of the way. And that's actually going to work for him too, because the more that he stays out of the way, the more mana we're going to see Root waste in trying to catch up here. And if you're a level 30 druid teleporting around like this, throwing nados, it's actually very tough on the mana. I'm so surprised Priest escaped that tornado storm unscathed there. I'm very, very surprised at that. That was insane. I have never seen it happen on any other character besides a druid, SureImSure. Priest doing a good job, keeping the distance, following Root, trying to get some good shots in. And it looks like Root is unscathed at this point as well. Both players trying to pick their angles. Root gets a little bit of chip damage in, possibly from that hurricane. But it's quickly replenished by PriestValon here. Desperately in search of mana. We figured as much. Gotta engage. Oh, and there it is. Priest has the name lock too. Looks like he hit something there. Priest pulling ahead in this duel, and it's as we thought. Root is in a lot of trouble for mana here. Desperately in search of mana, he says. Yeah, I think in my experience with an LLD Druid, he needs to be very conservative with his teleport. It might feel like you're an HLD with the ability to teleport, but you need to be very conservative with it. You need to be extremely conservative with how much you teleport. Big hits from Priest. Priest still unscathed. Yeah, basically what you want to do is just pretend that you don't have EOP until it really matters in these duels. Like where you're walking in, maybe you're blocking, and you work yourself at a distance where you can name lock, you figure out your opponent's pattern, and you try to cut them off. But oh, here it is. Root taking a lot of damage. He's in a lot of trouble. And Priest is unscathed. No damage on him at all. He has replenished any amount of damage from that hurricane. Root has given up at this point. He's like, come at me, bro. And there it is. Priest takes it. Round 2. Round 3. Here we go. Yeah, here he is. You see him walking a little bit more, and that was a very well-timed teleport. He's being a lot more conservative with his teleport. Look at this, using Volcano as well, really trying to trap Priest in. But those HLD skills from TFC Priest are really coming in handy here in his ability to escape. But he does get caught with a NATO. Yeah, we are seeing, oh, this is a beautiful change of strategy here from Root. He's got him name locked, and he's being very conservative with the teleports. So now he might be trying to re-up on his pets. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here, but so is Priest. Priest takes another NATO, but he's name locked from that guided arrow. Priest looking for the finish with multi-shot. Really being cautious on his approach here. And there it is. Priest 3-0 Very nicely done. I just want to say this about Priest in his performance in LLD this season. I really have to commend and respect this. This is a build that uses no hybrids. Uses absolutely no hybrids. He's taken on at least two hybrid users this season and has put on a very good, dominant performance here. I definitely want to check out Roots Gear and see what he was rocking for this. Oh, very nicely rolled Spirit Longsword. I like that. There's the EOP, man. Very nice EOP. Perfect. 5 NATO helm with 52 life. So it has some base life, and he has a perfect ruby in there. He has a Shale Rune in his Withstands here for faster block rate. I do like that. And he's opted for the 1024 belt. That is actually a clutch call. It might seem really weird, but it actually helps him hit the break point, I believe. You know, ideally you would want more damage reduction, so you would think like String of Ears. But I think this actually pushes him to the break point that he needs to actually be competitive and effective. I like that choice for the belt. But very, very nice. Wow, love this amulet too. Tell me this isn't one of the best LLD Druid amulets you've ever seen. 15 to all res is the max you can get in LLD. 60 life is the max. That's really nice. And some nice mana on that ring too. Definitely needed. And what was Priest rocking here? Very high damage E-Rep harpoons. Love that. 30 faster run walk, dexterity, tri-res boots. Those are so nasty. And just look at this helm, dude. I gotta take a screenshot. Those are all my hopes and dreams for an LLD Zon helm right there. God, that's so good. I like the open wounds there too, and a 24 max jewel in this shield. Oh, that's a nice sword back hold. And an amazing Zon ring for LLD. Where did Priest and SureImSure get this gear so quickly? This is insane. Another nasty min damage ring for LLD. 24 maxers in this armor right here. And of course, the legendary Rune Dart bow. Oh my god, that's amazing. Thank you all. What a great season of blinds. They are all over. This is it. Next week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing the HLD Finals for DFC Season 2. The top 8 players will duke it out for the chance at the grand prize. So we'll see you guys then. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll see you soon. Peace.